Welcome, everybody, to the JVology Live Show. I'm your host, Krista Inikovsky, and this is the place where we bring together amazing people that are up to big things. It is the perfect mix of people, fun, and profit right here at JVology. And today I'm really excited to bring a couple that I have known for quite a while, have worked with personally, has made a big impact in my life, and always a pleasure to showcase the work that you do to the world so that more people know about it. Welcome, Antonia Van Becker and Greg Lee. How are you today?
We're doing great.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Of course. Always a pleasure. You've got some really great things. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 inner obstacles that entrepreneurs experience that really kind of can prevent them. It's like make it or break it when it comes to money, right?
Absolutely.
Well, money, satisfaction, doing your purpose and passion.
Even
like
health.
Even health. Having good relationships. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a little weird notification over here on StreamYard. Talks amongst yourselves, and I'm going to make sure that this is actually going live.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's really figuring out what to do with those inner obstacles so that you can be aware of when they're coming up, so that then you can stop them in your tracks, so that you can make the money and have the job satisfaction, that entrepreneurial satisfaction that you really want.
Yeah, that's really what it's all about, Antonio. And we work with entrepreneurs right here at JVology. And when there's a mix match between wanting to get your message out into the world, but not actually able to survive off of it, let alone a thriving business, that's the biggest cause of people stopping doing what they're doing. And we want everyone to step into their power and to enjoy the work that they're doing. But money is a key aspect of that.
100%. And there's so many things that we don't even really think about that can get in the way of us making money. And some of those inner obstacles that we're talking about is, basically maybe there's some experiences in your past that make it hard for you to believe that, you're worthy to make the money that you deserve or that you want to. Maybe there's some emotions that come up when you're in the process of dealing with people that are maybe a little difficult to deal with, but you're with them to make money. And when all of these things, these limiting beliefs and these emotions come up while you're doing your business, sometimes they can stop you in your tracks, and it makes it really difficult to just keep moving ahead with that creativity and, the longevity that we all want.
It's so true, Antonia. There's a big difference between money strategy and your inner beliefs, and how your inner beliefs get in the way. And we can be very intelligent, very well read, gone to all of the right schooling and courses, and we know the kind of what to do. But if you don't take that inner look into what's going on about your beliefs and your patterns and your triggers and your past,
exactly,
you just keep stumbling into those big roadblocks time and time again.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes it's difficult to see that you're not actually taking action that's in your best interest, especially for entrepreneurs when they're kind of doing a pivot where they're changing what they're doing, or especially when you're leaving like maybe a long-term career that you've had, and you're saying, now I really want to go out on my own and do this thing that I'm so passionate about and that you're a total expert at. But then you get into this world and it's like, oh, well, I'm doing everything myself, and I have to do all these little pieces before I can make an offer, before I can make an impact on people. And then it's those little things that are actually keeping you from being able to get out there in the world. And sometimes it's those little things like creating a website, doing the marketing, saying you have to have a plan, creating a marketing schedule. It's like all that stuff gets in the way of actually saying to somebody, hey, how can I help you?
Yeah.
And it's when you don't make that contact with people that you keep kind of being in that area where your limiting beliefs, the emotions are having effect on you being able to take action.
Well, it's just so interesting too, because we talk to so many people and they're doing what Greg says is, oh, I have to do this first. I have to do this
I
first.
just get my website
I
done.
have to do this first. And we're like,
it'll all work out. The customers flow to me when the website's done.
They'll come, they'll find me, and then they'll just register. And we're like, well, maybe that's not quite it, right? Is that, and it's just like JVology. It's you meet people, you engage, you get together with them, you get to know with them, you partner with them. And that's the essentials of having a good business, those communications with other people, those partnerships, right? Which help you grow and change and make your business what you want it to be. And then that's when all those limiting beliefs about visibility and speaking to other people, and is it dangerous to put myself out there? Oh my gosh, right? All of those things come up also. And then that's a whole different round of things when you really start, instead of hiding behind a website or, SEO or behind, oh, I have to get my payment stuff done. When you actually put yourself out there, that's when the real, your real inner work needs to happen. And we've talked to so many successful people that have said, if I didn't do the inner work, none of this would have happened.
That's so true. And I know you work with a lot of healers, and you are your business. It's not a sign that you go and work for. It's you, and you really have to be willing to put yourself out there. And I believe strongly when you're doing that level of work that, or at least for me personally, I have to keep being in check with me so that I can deliver in an honest, authentic way. And that's what I discovered in working with both of you. It was a huge and beautiful transformation as I was in a space of looking inward of who is Krista and what is my relationship with money when I take everybody else out of the picture. And I was on a quest for true, like my financial identity. Who am I in this moment? And you were able to really help me dig through that, to clear a lot from the past, uncover things, and let them go. And how my journey has gone over the last year or so since we did that process has just been, it's just like a breath of fresh air. And I tell people all the time, like, if you don't clear it out, it's still there. We can't ignore it.
Right. And so many times as kids, we're just taught to just be quiet or behave or just, obey what the rules are. Don't make waves because it can be dangerous in certain situations, so we tamp all this stuff down, and then we don't really have the skills to let it out because we never were taught how to do it. So we have to gain those skills of oh, actually, this is how I feel, and this is my opinion, and I get to have that,
Well, because that opinion and that feeling leads to the deeper creativity that really launches us into the places where we say, wow, this is the unique thing that I offer, and it is so valuable. And then there's no question of, will people pay for it or how I charge, that whole thing. That becomes, okay, what do I need? And
what do I want?
And here's this exchange of energy. I do this for you and you're going to pay me. And it's totally worth it. And I'm here for you. It's just such an exciting kind of when you cut that thing loose of, oh, what are they going to think? And, maybe I'm not going to be good enough. I'm not going to give them the value. And sometimes that's when you're developing things that aren't you, that are not your unique path. And you're following the guide of somebody who might really know what they're talking about. They might be doing something that worked really well for them. So our kind of advice when people are developing their business is always look at what might be keeping you from feeling really comfortable about being you. You
I
know,
love that, Greg. I really do. There's a big difference between building a business based on what you think it should look like, based on
Yeah.
kind of an image of the persona of what you think a successful coach or trainer or thought leader should be, compared to building it based on getting really true to who you are and developing from that place, which can be a lot scarier. But that's
Right?
you help people do is get connected with who they are and make sure that they're not in a place of either pretending. None of this is conscious, right? We don't like consciously set out
right.
to pretend, but we kind of get caught up in the, well, it should look like this, or this is who I have been following all these years. And we end up patterning ourselves more like that than getting true to us. And you just help people find that freedom.
Oh, you said that so beautifully, honey. I love that. And just like with your journey, really becoming true to what is you, and that's all about that unique offering and stuff that you do, like breathing. We love to, because that's unique to every single person, what those gifts that are easier for us to give, and that maybe we're not even really 100% conscious of how important and revealing and deep those gifts are that we uniquely give easily. But those are what makes us we differentiate ourselves from the pack with exactly that type of unique offering that only we can give. And
Ah,
that's the fun part, right?
it really is. Now, I want to pause for just a moment and share with our audience a little background about who you are.
Okay.
And then I'd love to hear what those three inner obstacles are, and how people can work with you.
Thank you.
But you two you've been working for 25 years on a mission, has been to empower clients by turning problems that block their success into golden opportunities so that they can move forward with clarity and confidence. And as the founders of Self Health Institute, Greg and Antonio like to say that our clients' success is their business. They love to use their signature core talk therapy as to guide conscious entrepreneurs, business owners, speakers, and coaches towards successful outcomes by asking simple questions and getting life-changing answers.
Yay.
Yay, thank you for the work that you do. All right, I want to hear. Let's get those three inner obstacles that we all need to be aware of today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, it's all about that feeling inward and really looking at what is stopping us from making money, what is stopping us from being successful. So, and we started talking about some of these, but the first, it's all about who we are and the experiences we've had and what decisions we make in the moment. So the things that really affect our decision making, our ability to respond instead of react, our ability to be abundant, it's all about, what difficult experiences have happened in the past that have shaped the way that we respond and that we make decisions. So that's the first one, how all that conditioning, that childhood, maybe trauma or difficult experiences, how that has shaped how we feel, how we react, and how we make decisions in the moment. So that's number one.
And there's actually a lot of study has been done with that, with big studies by really large health groups. And that's like one of the keys to being able to see what's happening in the way that you react, how you feel, and your health, your ability to really prosper in life is that whole aspect of how adverse experiences have affected your life now.
Right. So there's huge clinical studies done, in the US with thousands of people about how the more adverse experiences negatively impact not only your health, but your prosperity. So that's a huge one. The next one is kind of an outgrowth of that, but it's all about like our emotional settings and where we live emotionally. And if we're coming from fear, how does that react or impact our decision making, right? Or if we're coming from anger, how does that, impact our partnerships and our ability to deal with these crazy clients we have sometimes, right? So that emotional setting also really impacts our decision making. Is that too scary for me to be able to say yes to this opportunity to speak on a bigger stage, or to put myself out there, talking about visibility and your ability to be your unique self? If that's scary, I might choose not to do it, right?
An indicator of that is if you, like, just one little thing is you write an email and then you find it in your drafts the next day and it's not quite written. Then you write a little bit more and then you find it in your drafts the next day. And then a week later you go, oh, what's that in my drafts? And that email that's so important to either a client that you're going to work with
to make money,
or a colleague where, it's like, I'm making an offer, and you just never complete it. So that would be, and it's because it's scary to put yourself out there.
Yeah. So that's
it really is. It's scary to put yourself out there. And I love what you're talking about. It's like we need to get into the right frame of mind, energetic space, confidence and clarity before we take action. Because when we are taking action in our business, coming from, you mentioned fear, you mentioned anger, we're not going to be happy with the results.
Exactly. And that's so inherent, and it's inherent to everything that we do, is that building of awareness of what is your emotional setting? Where am I coming from? And how can I heal that in order to not have that be my emotional setting, so that I can move exactly what you were saying, the clarity, the calm, the confidence that I want in my daily life and work. That's where we make the best decisions for ourselves. And so the third one is all about the infamous limiting beliefs and how the neurological settings in our brain can be so deeply grooved that we're not even aware of how much those limiting beliefs are impacting us.
And in our daily routine, they sabotage the success that we want to have, and they keep us small. It's like, you think, I haven't developed my business enough to be able to call this person to ask if they'll help me to joint venture in something, when in reality, that person is looking for you. They actually need you as part of their business to fulfill the needs of their clients.
That reframing makes all the difference.
It does.
Right? When we're looking at, I'm going to bother them. I'm going to ask them for money. That's a very different energy than, wow, there are people that need what I do, and they're just waiting for the answer. They're asking for asking the question, and I'm the answer. So I need to take the initiative to reach out. And that the framing is drastically different, but that comes from how secure you're feeling on the inside and how clear you are to step into the work that you're meant to do.
Yeah, and how much you've been able to clear out. And of course, this is what we do for people and what we teach people, how to be able to use your own innate healing system to clear out some of those limiting beliefs, to clear out those old stuck emotions around that childhood conditioning, and to get to the core of some of those difficult or adverse experiences that you had back then, and sometimes that have continued throughout your life, right? It's not like once we're 10, everything is peaches, in our life. I mean, stuff keeps happening, and you can have adverse experiences that happen when you're 30 and 40 and 50,
Yeah, now share with us what you have coming up. You were, if anybody's watching, they should be asking themselves, all right, how do I work with these two? I know that you have a 3-day event coming up, and I've already put the link in the chat learn more about that. So share with us how we can, who you're looking for, and why we should be there.
Yeah. What we find is that people who are sensitive to how they feel during the day, and they know that the emotions that are coming up for them affect their ability to take action. So if you feel like, the way that you feel, or some of the beliefs that you've had, or the experiences that you've had in your life are keeping you from being able to get out there and take action. So we find that healers, it's always that thing. It's the shoemakers.
Children.
The children always have the shoes that are not quite as good as their clients. So healers love our event, and people who are sensitive to developing their business and how they feel.
Spiritual entrepreneurs,
spiritual entrepreneurs, coaches, speakers. Because if you're going to go out and talk with people, you want to feel clear and open so that you can be yourself and be effective by being yourself, not trying to make anything up or having to do something that's not natural to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we created this event, Activate Your Success. Activate Your Success.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. So this core talk process that we do, and that we do with our clients one-on-one, we teach people how to do it at this event. So you get the real super sauce of what we do, and you get to put it into action. And actually, in these 3 days, we're integrating this whole core talk process for many different parts of your business and your life, so that you can feel better and you can take action, and you can really feel like the things that have held you back in the past are not so sticky anymore. And you start to be able to let go and really get clear and flow in the moment.
So people have had great transformations from this event, and they finish the event and they are on fire. And even during the event, they're like, oh my gosh, I got 3 new clients just yesterday. And, and it's huge transformation. And you have the tools to keep moving forward, to keep making that transformation as you go back into your daily life, how to use these tools to be like, oh no, I'm going down the rabbit hole. Oh, wait, there's the rabbit hole. No, I'm not going down there. Let me just do some clearings. Oh, I could get back to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So we've got a 3-day event. It's coming up. Activate Your Success. The link is here in the chat. I encourage everyone to go check that out and discover what's possible for you. And you can learn how to do core talk for yourself to be in this best clear space day after day after day. This is not something that we learn how to do and then it works the rest of our life. We don't eat one salad, one healthy meal one day, and then we're done. It's an ongoing process. And so the work that you do empowers people to have that ability to incorporate it into your daily life so that you are showing up strong and full and clear and ready to make an impact. And of course, to make money with your business. That's where getting right back to that money piece.
Absolutely. Very important. Oh my gosh, I love your salad analogy. This is so true.
And for those of you who, want to make money and start really being able to look at things differently, especially money and success, we wanted to make this available to a lot of people. And that's one of the reasons that we're doing it virtually, also because it's just difficult to get people to move around the world right now, and we're doing it for $97. So there's really no excuse if people want to do it. It's $97. There it is.
$97 for a 1-hour massage. So $97 for a 3-day event that could change your life. Just do it right now.
Right.
There you go.
Yep.
And you can upgrade to get a private healing session with us. So there's different levels, but man, that $97 is like, poof, make it happen.
All right. Oh, that's so great. Love you guys. Love the work that you do. So glad to have you here. Any last words before we go?
I think it's so important for people to take action. So if you're listening to this and you go, wow, I really need something like that, just do it.
Yeah.
The 3 days will literally change your life. We've never had anyone who's come to the event who hasn't gotten to the end and said, oh my God, this is what I needed.
Yeah.
So.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you everybody for watching the JVology live show. We will be back again next week interviewing amazing people within our community that we think that you need to know that's going to help grow and expand either your business, your life personally, and of course, potential JV partners. So if you are in a field where you say, hey, Greg and Antonio could be great joint venture partners for me, then call them up and let's have that conversation because you two are very well set. You're very advanced with your joint venturing and you make fantastic partners as well and are always open for aligned partners to help promote the work that you do.
Yeah.
That's why we're here at JVology and look forward to seeing you all next time.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Krista.
much. Bye.
Bye.